All right. We're right here live from the office of Target Capital Financial Group. We 4 minutes away from the center of Fort Worth. And I love this city, man.
I love this city.
I love this city too, man. You gotta understand, this ain't Dallas. This not Houston. This ain't Austin. We like ducked off. We in the ducked off, but we still a big city out here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It pops just like a big city, and I love that. You know what I'm saying? It's got that underdog feel. You know what I mean? You know when it comes to the underdog, we get the highest return. You get the highest return on the underdog. If you know anything about business, you know what I'm talking about right now. You understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. So we right here at the office, Target Capital Financial Group. Let's go. All right. So here at the Target Capital Financial Group office, 2 minutes from the center of Fort Worth. We might as well just go ahead and say we in the center of Fort Worth.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
3
right off 30.
down the street from downtown.
Absolutely. So we here at the Target Capital office. You know what we doing here? What we do here?
What we doing here or what we do here?
That's a good question. Okay, so what we doing?
We shedding light on Fort Worth.
That's
Fort
first
Worth
things first.
is a special place, man. People don't understand it though.
Why you say that? Why you say people don't understand how special or important Fort Worth is? Because
you hear a lot about Arlington, you hear a lot about Dallas, you hear a lot about Houston and Austin, but Fort Worth is the 13th largest city in the United States.
Yeah. It's the 13th largest city?
The 13th largest city in the United States.
I didn't know that neither.
People be sleep on Fort Worth, though.
Hey, you know what? But a lot of people is not. You know, ESPN come here almost every year.
That's
they
true.
Right there in the square, downtown Fort Worth.
You
got TCU, one of the big colleges out here in Fort Worth.
D1 college.
Just breeding athletes out here in Fort Worth. We got Jason McClellan out in Alabama. JoJo committed to LSU. BJ, he played for the Fort Worth Longhorns. He committed to LSU. His brother got an offer also.
And that's what we brought you here for. We brought you here to shed light on what's going on in Fort Worth, and it's special. I've been seeing a lot of special activities since this pandemic.
Right,
you know what
right.
I mean? As it pertains to business, we right here in the center of Fort Worth. I've been here since about 2009, so I'm kind of new to Fort Worth. But I've been doing business since I got out here.
I'm born and raised in Fort Worth.
Absolutely. You know, this is my thing as it pertains to Fort Worth. Like I said, I'm not from here. I'm from South Jersey, Atlantic City. And the thing about that is, you know, guys from Newark, New Jersey, that's North Jersey, they always come to Atlantic City. And we go up there, you know what I mean? My cousins, they from Newark. Even when I lived in Brooklyn, guys from Queens, from Harlem, they would always come to Brooklyn, go to Queens. I lived in Florida in a city called Lakeland. You know, shout out to everybody in L-Town. I got a lot of people out there that's doing a lot of business. The family travels out there to get away from.
Beautiful.
Oh, man. But, you know, right there in Lakeland, you got Tampa, that's 15 minutes on this side. You got Orlando, that's about 30, 40 minutes on that side. And guys from Tampa is always going to Orlando. Orlando's always going to Tampa. You understand what I'm saying? When I came to the DFW, I had never seen nothing like it.
Yeah.
You know, I came out here and I was on a poetry scene, and I noticed how guys in Fort Worth would always go to Dallas. They'd always go to Houston. They'd always go to Austin. But them guys right there from Dallas would hardly ever come to Fort Worth.
Right.
I didn't understand that.
And I don't either.
You know, when I first moved out here, I moved off of University and 7th Street.
Yeah.
You know, and it wasn't what it is now, but I could see it growing at that time. It's like 2009, 2010. And I thought Fort Worth was lit. That's all only part of Fort Worth I know.
So look, back in the day, University and 7th Street was lit. And then it died out. And then now it's back lit. Back in the day.
It's super lit right now.
Yeah.
It's a lot of activity going on out there.
Old Fort Worth was just like how it is. Like we're getting back to old Fort Worth.
So you got to introduce me to that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I know new Fort Worth to me is popping.
It is.
I love it. It's a ducked off big city. Like, you know, if you know anything about business, that's right territory.
Right.
That's a gold mine. You know
that's the thing. Fort Worth is a booming city, but it's also a lot of barren land. So you don't see a lot of cookie cutter businesses here. It's not a concentrated market. So you'll see people wanting to go places where they feel like, oh, this is popping here. But the thing about it is, it's fertile. You could do whatever you want to do here.
So what's the thing? What you think is needed as it pertains to that? What is needed right here as a person who's been born and raised right here in Fort Worth? What do you think is needed to turn Fort Worth into that, Dallas, for that Austin, that Houston market?
The thing about it, like I said, it's so spread out and it's so much land. We gotta love Fort Worth for what it is. Mm-hmm. We gotta love Fort Worth for what it is, and we gotta develop, and we really just gotta put ourselves out there more. It's businesses everywhere, north, south, east, west, but it's just Fort Worth has to put their selves on.
Mm-hmm. I think that's what I'm asking, because I think a city like Waco, to me, has nothing on the city like Fort Worth. But Waco does have their own huge market. And I think it really started with, it started with things like Dr. Pepper, right? But it also started with that real estate couple who did their thing right there in Waco. And now Waco is known for prime real estate.
That's true. But that's the thing. Fort Worth is so diverse. It's not one specific thing that you can know Fort Worth for. And what happens is it's a cattle town. It's, it's about farming, or it's about, which that's a lot of money. That's a lucrative thing. But there's so many other things in Fort Worth that is also lucrative, that people just need to put themselves out there.
Hey, well, that's what I'm here for. That's what we here for today. We are here to shed light on the business that's going outside of the stockyards. Business that's going on out here in the McCart area, on the west side of Fort Worth, on the east side of Fort Worth.
If everybody come together, there you go.
Absolutely. The reason why we wanted to start this podcast is because we wanted to shed light on the businesses that's going on out here, not just shed light on them, bring them right here into the office and help them and give them the opportunity, give them a platform to share what they doing, how they got to doing what they doing, how they got into business, certain aspects, what hurdles you went through, certain aspects that help you to be successful in your business. Because the thing about it is, in our community, nothing separates us. There's nothing no different from me as a CEO right here at Target Capital Financial Group than any other guy that's walking on the street. There's nothing really no different. It's just all about information. It's all about opportunity. It's all about drive. And it's all about building relationships, in a community. And that's what we want to do right here at Target Capital Financial Group. We want to start building relationships with the people that are doing it, getting inspired by them. Asking them questions, getting in the game, in the network. We created the culture of when somebody asks you where you got that from, we be like, we don't want to tell them. You know what I mean? We don't want to tell them where the fly stuff is, so that they, we think they're going to do but we got to change that culture. We got to change the culture of withholding the information. You know what I mean?
Right. And transition into the culture of putting everybody on, because that's what Atlanta do. That's what Houston do. They put their people on. And we can do that same thing, because we got special businesses right here, unique situations. And if we just put each other on, we're going to pop off.
Even Dallas do that.
Right.
Dallas, they come together. Yeah, they may beef with each other, but they will come together as well. Brooklyn do it. Brooklyn is notorious for that, coming together. Miami is big for that, coming together. And that's the thing. When you come together, when you build together, then you have something to take pride in. You know what I'm saying? If you ever in a situation, I don't care what city you are in the country, if you ever find yourself saying, oh, we don't stick to, it's because you're not sticking together.
Right.
It's because you're not creating platforms for y'all to feel a sense of pride in who y'all are as a city enough to, to be able to put each other on and to rise to that level. So
Exactly. And what we want to do here is nurture that platform, give people the space, shed light on these places.
Absolutely. So we talked about what we're doing here. We talked about what's here. This is Target Capital Financial Group. We right here in the office. In this office, we have some of the most, intricate conversations about finances, business, credit, taxes, all these type of things, all these things that pertain to finances. So let's talk about who's here. You know what I mean? And I'm a gentleman, you know, so ladies first, you know what I'm saying? Ladies first, Miss Nicole. So Nicole Daughtry, she is our finance and tax specialist and consultant here. Let's, you know, you want to introduce yourself to us, let us know who you are, how'd you get in this position, how did you become a finance, a tax specialist?
Yeah, first of all, I just want to make it very clear that I'm right here from Fort Worth, born and raised.
Okay.
I mean, if I said it once, I just want to make sure I say it again. You know, but for the most part, you know, I've worked and I build businesses right here in Fort Worth. So I've opened a restaurant. I've assisted and helped people. You know,
opened a restaurant. What was that restaurant called?
It was called Grandbabies, located off of Crowley Road in Fort Worth. I mean, that was one of the toughest industries that I've ever been in. But I learned so much about business. That restaurant gave me the courage to really face any type of business.
How you get to opening a restaurant?
How did I get there?
Yeah, like what was before that? What came before you opening a restaurant? And was that the first restaurant?
So no, that wasn't the first restaurant. Actually, what I did was I rented a little space out of a store. You know, so I was doing taxes. So I always would have a lot of capital in a seasonal period throughout the year. But what I was trying to do was be self-employed. So I rented a little spot out in a store and got it jumping. You know, and that first gave me the
Where
confidence.
was that at?
It was in Everman. It was in Everman, right outside of Fort Worth, but off of Oak Grove.
But that's like considered Fort Worth,
right?
They put that on their address when you live in Everman, you put Fort Worth, right?
It is, but people from Everman, they want you to say, you know, it's Everman. So I'm just putting it out there for, you know, it was in Everman, technically.
Now we need to take that back. Hey, Fort Worth residents. Y'all take back Everman. You understand what I'm saying? It ain't Everman.
Forest Hill too. Y'all take Forest Hill back too.
This Fort Worth. If you from Fort Worth, you from Fort Worth. I don't care what they call it.
Right. But so I opened a little restaurant or grill in the store. And the experience that I got in there and the clientele, I'm like, man, I can go and open a restaurant with this. You know, I build a rapport with the community. And then one of my friends from school, they was like, hey, can you come help me with my restaurant? And it was in my heart of the city, which is the south side of Fort Worth. That's where I was born and, you know, raised. So going back to the south side of Fort Worth and opening a restaurant or helping somebody that I grew up with open a restaurant was important to me. But I gained the confidence there. I'm like, if I can do it here, I can do it anywhere.
So hold on, is this 3 restaurants right now?
So technically, yeah.
So you rented a spot in a gas station.
Yes.
As a restaurant. Then you opened up a restaurant with somebody from your childhood neighborhood.
Right.
And then you opened a restaurant by yourself.
Yep. Got it thumping.
How'd you get to there? Like, to help us understand some of your financial history.
8 years of my life, I've done taxes. You know, that's a seasonal thing, but you make a lot of money seasonally. What I did was I just saved my money. You know, I worked other jobs. Like I worked for the Small Business Administration as a loan officer.
The SBA?
Yeah, the SBA. As a loan officer, approving, denying loans. I learned so much there. You know, I worked for the Bank of America, Countrywide, BB&T on the mortgage side as an underwriter. Learned so much about finances, approving and denying loans.
You have to go to college for that?
No, but no, I didn't. You know,
you do, but you don't.
You do, but you don't. And you can do anything, and that, I mean, even things like that gave me courage. When I'm in here as an underwriter, I have no experience, you know, but I'm sitting down with people that's older women that's been doing this all their life. I start believing, you know, oh, I can do anything.
Right. What other business ventures did you get involved in?
So I opened up a group home. What a group home is.
Under a business?
Yes, Harrison Refuge. And I help people even open up and establish group homes. After I did it for myself, I helped other people do it.
What else? Yeah. What other business ventures?
So I was a partner in a shoetique. A shoetique, it's really a boutique. but they sell shoes there. We sold shoes there. In addition to that, it was a beauty salon, like a beauty bar. You know, you come and get your lashes done, get your makeup done, get your wig glued on.
Okay, so you have Jamaican in, is what you're saying.
You know that. You know that. My father is Jamaican. So
okay, you done a little bit of everything.
I done a little bit of everything, and fortunately, I was able to take all my expertise and experiences and put them in Target Capital Financial Group right now to help people understand these financial things. As it pertains to managing one's finances, creating budgets, structuring and creating strategies for their taxes. In addition to that, I help people build and formate their businesses. I help them understand what business taxes is. I help them avoid taxation. Like I said, anything that as it pertains to finances, I specialize in that in our company.
That's a huge contribution to your community.
Yeah.
To be able to have somebody to help you understand your taxes, help you understand your finances, and helping you put together a budget, and how to protect your income, how to multiply your income, and then helping you. And when it comes to multiplying your income, business is one of the greatest ways to do that. So for you to help people formate and understand their business, that's huge. That's major. We applaud you for that. Can we get a round of applause for the woman who helps people start their business? Good God. All right. So Nicole, we really appreciate that and sharing that with the community. Right. So who else we got the young 16-year-old phenom D Biggs in the house. Okay, so this is my son, y'all. He is 16 years old. He is our chief marketing director right here at Target Capital Financial Group, but he's also the owner of Go Green Lawn Care Company. He's been doing his own business he's coming on 2 years. 2 years of company age, and for all y'all business owners out there who know how important that is, 2 years of age corporation is major out here. So we're gonna give you the platform, young man, to tell us a little bit about yourself and what you're doing as it pertains to business.
Man, so marketing, I've been doing marketing for years. I created a YouTube channel when I was like 10. I was creating videos of myself, doing musicallys, and just selling and creating content of me, marketing to people trying to get
at 10 years old.
Somewhere around there, 10, 11, I got my phone recording videos. Then when I got my PlayStation, like, oh, I'm up there. I got the PlayStation. I'm recording videos on the PlayStation, going live streaming, getting 2 viewers thinking I'm doing something. And this was like me marketing without me even knowing it.
Right.
So when the opportunity arose for me to become the marketer here at Target Capital Financial Group, I was like, whoa, I take it. I took advantage of it. And it's important that when we get these opportunities as entrepreneurs, that we take these opportunities, because they may never come in a lifetime.
That's true.
So here at Target Capital, I manage the social media marketing. Mm-hmm. I manage the email marketing. Mm-hmm. I do the SEO or search engine optimization, doing the keyword tags and keyword research.
The what?
Search engine.
What is that? What is this 16-year-old guy talking about?
Search engine optimization is the way to organically get traffic to your website. So you use keywords. So for us, I use credit management. So when people search up credit management, they can find us.
Right.
Along with that, I've been working on partnership strategies, trying to get partners to grow our platform and grow their platform and provide value to the audience.
So it's like an exchange.
Yes, an exchange of value. Like, hey, I can provide this content for your audience. Right. You could help me grow my platform.
Right. And we can provide this for you to help grow your platform.
Right. Mm-hmm. I love that.
That's business.
That's right, everything that we doing and everything that we stand for here.
Absolutely.
I've also been working on content calendars, trying to schedule out what I'm going to post on what days and how I'm going to post, what tags I'm going to use, and what I'm going to do.
So how do you organize this stuff when it pertains to marketing? And let me ask you this question as well. At 16 years old, how do you get this information to organize as it pertains for a business? Because you're doing this for a business. I know you're doing it for our business, but where does this come from? How do you organize it? Talk a little bit about that.
So with the organization part, I would always say that I was an organized person. I like to keep my room clean, and my mom needed me to help her prepare taxes. So I would create these files, these information files with the person's name, their social security, and the information that they needed for the tax file. And it kind of got me started organizing.
So like data entry.
Data entry. I already knew about Google Sheets and Google Spreadsheets and forms and documents. So I would go in when I did my research, type up the things I learned, and I would look up YouTube videos, go to online, free online courses, attend webinars, and just gain as much information as I can so I can help grow the business, scale business. You know, with that, being able to effectively market the business and create strategies for the business. The thing I like about marketing is it changes every year. We started with traditional marketing. Hey, would you like to buy, knocking on people's doors? Hey, would you like to buy my product? No. Okay, next door. There was no really effective method to get them to buy your product without you knocking on the door. So as the years progressed, we went into the search engines, to Google, and we was able to search for businesses in our location. And that was very effective, and we still use that today. Then after that, a few years later, we went into email marketing, creating email lists. You send people your content and your products, and they can buy it then. Then we went into the most effective era, which is the era that we're in right now, social media. So people can view your content and your stuff and your products without even wanting to see it, without even going and search for it. So they can be scrolling down their feed and like, hey, Target Capital Financial Group, what is this? Without you even having to pay for anything. You can just post on social media. And I think we'll get into a different era within the next 3 years or so, which is voice automation. So people will be like, hey Siri, get me a lawyer.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy. Nah, that's crazy.
So we're going to be getting to a voice automation era. We're going to be like, hey Google, can you give me a lawyer? And if you're paying for these services, you're ahead of the game and not back still on social media, that you're going to be able to market your business effectively when the new era comes. Eventually, we're going to get out of the social media area, and people are going to be like, hey, can you find me a lawyer? And you can be that lawyer that's found.
So that's
how old are you again?
16 years old. I turned 16 3 months ago.
That's a good thing about having somebody young.
You know, with these goals and with the information that I've learned, coming up with the idea to create a marketing company to help people effectively market their business and scale their business with the information that we've learned.
Absolutely. And see, that's the thing, you know, just like Nicole talked about, to have these young kids who understand the way the world is progressing with our young children, it really does us a disservice not to be empowering them on understanding business from their perspective, from their experience. You know, our son brings us so much value to our company because he understands how the world sees things today. Our conditioning came from how we see the world from where we were growing up.
Yeah, we still have pages.
Absolutely. You know what I'm saying? Well, I mean, we figured out how to, but that's the good thing. The good thing is me as a 35-year-old man, I understand the organic way to reach people, being able to partner with a younger, with the younger generation and how they see the world, how they able to get it in these times. It's a great combination. You know what I'm saying? That's a beautiful thing. See, to be 16 years old and understand that, because right now we are, even at the tender age of 5, 6, schools, institutions are conditioning kids to believe that in order for you to be successful, business is not you. That's for the Asians. Business is not you. That's for the Indians. That's for us as, the majority, whatever. For you, you're the runner. You're the singer. You're the rapper. You know what I'm saying? So for you to understand that mentality and feel comfortable with that at a young age, or to have already been conditioned that way, but to have some force to come into you and for you to take heed to that understanding of, I don't have to do it this way.
Right.
I don't have to be the runner.
Right.
I could be the owner. And if I am going to be the runner, I'm going to own this too. I want my business to, because see, that's the thing. Yes, being a runner, being the rapper can put you in a good financial situation. But if your business is not right, it don't matter. We've seen plenty runners. We've seen plenty rappers that had great opportunity, had a lot of money, but because their business wasn't right, where are they now? You understand what I'm saying? So
that's true.
So that's a good for a young 16-year-old. That's a good mentality for you to have, and I'm proud of you. You know what I mean? What's even more is I'm proud of us as parents to be able to create that avenue for you, not just tell you, hey, you can just own your own, but actually create an atmosphere, to create a platform, to create a business for you to actually see that and what that looks like in real life, right? Right. So, and that's what we're trying to do here, even with this podcast, is to be able to show the community, hey, look, this business stuff, hey, these financial things, hey, we no longer not trying to tell you where we got the fly outfits at.
Exactly.
Your fly look may be different from my fly. Let me tell you where to get it so we can style on the whole world. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
We don't want to keep these things to ourselves no more. And that's the thing. It's about helping each other out, because this the thing. If it's just us, if it's just one or two of us, then that takes away from our power.
Mm-hmm.
The thing that makes the Legrand, what is it? What's it called?
Legrand Plaza.
The thing that makes it such a powerful situation is because they all on. Mm-hmm. So if you want to come in there, you got to go through them. Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can come in there, but they got the situation sold up. They're one store. If it was just one of them in a Hewlett Mall, then yeah, that's good for one of y'all, but y'all still got a lot to answer to. Y'all still got to fall in line. But if all of y'all in there, if all of y'all got y'all thing on, now y'all got the leverage. Now y'all got the power. Can't nobody come in here and tell y'all how to run y'all stuff. Mm-hmm. And if you protect your business, if you do your business right, if you put each other on, if you help each other know the game, then you set a much more solid foundation for even yourself.
Exactly. In that little Legrand Plaza, 30 people in there selling them same pointy shoes. They are. And ain't nobody tripping, you know. It's enough people to buy those pointy shoes, you know, in the world to where they not tripping if the one right next door to me sell the pointy shoes and the waist trainers too.
Cowboy boots.
Yeah, the pointy cowboy boots.
That's for real. So we and they doing good. They doing well in there. You know what I'm saying? So where somebody be like, well, I don't want them to do what I'm doing because this is gonna. They doing well. You want to know why? Because they got each other. Mm-hmm. You understand what I'm saying? It's not just them. When it's just you, everything rises and falls on you.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So
exactly.
You know, building up the community. That's what's important. That's what we want to adopt as a people, but even more right here in Fort Worth, because it's a lot going on in these communities.
It is. It
All
is.
right. So let me ask you this. So let me ask for both of y'all, because I know I have minds. Let me ask the both of y'all to get where y'all at right now. Who are some of y'all biggest influences, or gave y'all some inspiration, or gave the game up? Who wasn't afraid to give the game up, and you took that game and added it to what you were doing?
Well, I've watched a lot of YouTube, you know, and so I've watched Noelle Randall.
Noelle be popping.
She literally is like a real estate, a house flipping guru.
And she give it up.
She give it all the way up. You know, she ain't holding nothing back. And I just love that. You know, Professor Keys, she bring a lot of energy to her YouTube.
Give it up too.
And you know, she don't care. That's what I'm saying. She don't care. She's gonna put everything out there and not hold anything back.
She be like, y'all better go out there and get this
right now, because it's yours.
Because it's yours. If y'all come together, start this investment company, y'all can. You know what I mean? I love her. I love her.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that from her. And I mean, I've just read a lot of Robert Kiyosaki's books, and so you know, his game is the truth. You know, and if people understand that, he's teaching wealth. You know what I'm saying? And he's teaching wealth to everybody. He don't hold nothing back. You know what I'm saying? So I really learned a lot from him. And you know, what about you?
Man, Robert Kiyosaki, he gave me the game too. He gave me some information. He's really the one who made me like, man, like school is not really for me. They're not doing what they need to do for me and for all the kids that they send they're doing this for.
Right.
They just teach you how to go get a job. Also, Gary Vee, he's big on marketing and big on branding. I watch a lot of his podcasts and keynotes. He's giving a lot of game and information about how to market. And he's so real and so serious. He just give the game out and sharp. He developed the entrepreneur mindset in me. He helped me. I went from a kid wanted a job, playing football, playing Fortnite, to establishing an entrepreneur mindset and wanted to establish business and invest and do a lot of things that we never been able to do without him.
Yeah, that was the first person on my list too, William. Yeah, so I mean, William, what about you? You know, who do you think has been monumental in adopting this business and financial mindset, that wealth mindset that you have right now?
I mean, well, first, I would have to say my uncle Jason. He from Jersey. He got his own tax company. He actually has 2 tax companies where he runs the company that represents people if they have huge IRS debt, and then his wife is like the tax preparer with her own company. And I remember, just seeing how he explained things to me, how hard he worked. That's one of the things that gave me one of my first entrepreneur mindsets,
Mm-hmm.
right? But I'm a person who always does research and stuff. So, listening to the guys on Earn Your Leisure, I just always respected how they, put people on their platform, and they gave it up.
Right.
The Him 500s, Jay Morrison's, Will Roundtree. These guys just really always just put on for the culture and gave information to the culture on how they can build themselves up as well. So,
right.
These guys are, but even in terms of with hip hop, anybody that knows me knows I'm a big hip hop head. So the Jay-Z's, Jay give it up.
He does.
If you really listen to the things he say, Jay is always talking about leverage and credit and business and IPO, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, when it comes to business, Jay really gives it up, and Nip did too. Nip gave it up so much, and he dropped little gems about being vertically integrated, all money in, no money out. These concepts that he dropped in his music. The more and more I came to understand business, the more and more I appreciated what he was giving to the culture. And it's not for nothing that he was assassinated, but I really appreciate him for all the game he gave to the people.
Right, even Master P.
Yo, P is big on it. Yo, what P doing right now? I think P really in the process of building his own grocery stores. He's dropping all these product lines with these foods, these cereals, these chips. I think it's a bigger, it's a longer game to what he's doing right now. You know what I mean? You create these you create these product lines, which is not hard. And for those who understand business and understand license and licensed products, it's a huge business. It's the reason why Audi can have all these different knockoff name brand, brand these foods, and that's all they sell. They don't sell no name brand.
Exactly.
The
save a lot.
Save a lot. You understand what I'm saying? What they doing is they paying pennies for these licensed products, putting a brand on them,
exactly.
And then they can sell them for lower than, you know what I mean? So that and that's a game that we're gonna bring to y'all. We're gonna help y'all understand how that business is going, because that's something we could be doing. You see P doing it, you know what I mean? You could be doing this too, and that's what we want to help y'all understand. Understand the business of content licensing, product licensing, all these things you could do right now to be scaling a successful and a profitable business, so that you and your family can have the ultimate freedom, one of the ultimate freedoms, and that's financial freedom. That's out here. You understand what I'm saying?
That's real.
So we want to wrap this up. We appreciate you guys for listening to our first podcast. Like I said, we're doing this for Fort Worth. We're doing this for our community. We're doing this for our culture. So we want all y'all to tap in. All the business owners, we're gonna be looking. If you doing business out here in Fort Worth, in the community, in the culture, you're gonna be hearing from us real soon. You know what I'm saying?
You guys stay tuned, because we got a special treat coming up for you. Every Monday it's going down.
Every Monday. When the work week starts, the business week starts.
Yes.
So we're gonna be putting out content and information on how to build business, how to overcome business hurdles, how to scale business. You understand what I'm saying?
Right here in Fort Worth.
Right here. You know,
dropping gems.
So we appreciate y'all for listening. We'll see y'all next Monday, and we're gonna close this out with a little entrepreneur encouragement. You understand what I'm saying? Hey.
Black man.
We right here at the office, y'all. We'll see y'all next Monday. We got a special guest, a special entrepreneur that's going to give up the game. He's not going to hold it back from us, y'all. We'll see y'all next Monday. We love y'all. Peace to everybody.